Hello everybody, welcome back to Road to Master. Hope you're all having an amazing day. We have the white pieces here against a 1743 from the Philippines. So we'll start off with e4. And we might get to see one of our new openings today, which would be exciting because I've been working hard on them recently. And we get a knight c6. So we're gonna play knight f3 here and hope for an e4. We don't really want that, to be honest. Yeah, this usually just goes into a thing, and then we keep playing the Scotch, actually. So we're not going to see one of the new ones. But we are full-time playing the Scotch Gambit now, which is really exciting. The mainline Scotch, well, I still obviously have the option to play it. I still know the theory. I'm just opting for this. It's the more aggressive line. But I'm playing it in a more sort of solid way, really, and just trying to be aggressive but solid at the same time. Queen there's not a move I've seen before, I don't think, but I think I can just castle and we're fine. Surely. If knight there, I think we can go bishop there. Same problems arise. And we're also looking at push even, which will be cool. We've got push and then knight back. I think we still have queen there. Maybe a queen there or something. Which could be a bit annoying. Oh. That's interesting. Knight there. Okay. So this is not mainline at all. I think I can just take this, can't I? There. Sure. Do I want the pawn? I mean, I'm playing a gambit. I don't think I want the pawn, to be honest. I think I can just take and maybe play an f4. Get some good tempos on the queen. Maybe play a c3. Try get the knight out and just yeah, just keep pushing the space advantage. I think that's probably the way to do it. We also don't have that because takes would check. So I think we've got to take the knight here. And then we're looking for that. We could also be looking for an immediate c3. But bishop there is a bit annoying. We can still kick then. However, takes and then comes with check. So let's... Obviously, this is still not tactically safe because of rook there, and you win the queen. I think f4 could be the way to go. Queen there is a bit annoying, but I think we've got maybe even knight there. You've got some push maybe. Now, yeah, I don't think f4 is the way to go, to be honest. I think it could be a c3. Straight off the bat. f4 is very, very tempting, though. It is very tempting. But these discovered checks are just a nightmare, to be honest. If queen there, we've got like knight there. Or immediate c3, I think is probably the way to go. I think that's the safest. Well, not safe, but the less weakening move is probably the way to go. This is tricky though. The early queen being a pawn down, yeah, and then they've got the bishop there. So we can go there and maybe go bishop there then. Queen there is threatening mate, which is nice, obviously. And maybe they'll go like queen there to cover, which is annoying. But then we have things like maybe queen g, whatever that is, g3. Just trying to hit this. And then we still have bishop there as well. So maybe that's a decent move. We just need to keep developing. I'm still not scared of that. Let's go queen f3. Obviously they can't go knight there because bishop takes, and then we still have the mating threat. Although technically it's not a mating threat at the minute because they still have that square, but it's very, very scary. Okay. So knight there. Huh. We have rook there. That could be good. And then the bishop out. That looks alright. Is the queen getting trapped? No, queen can go there. So rook out, castles maybe. Bishop. Bishop hits. Queen there, only move. Do we have that? No. Maybe at that point we go queen there or something. The pawn's still covered. We're looking for a push as well there, which would be nice. Let's go with that. Let's get the rook out. So we're still covering this pawn, and then we're looking at a bishop f4. That could be decent. D5 could be decent, and that's quite a common idea in these Scotch and Italian positions as well. Is the D4 push, but that's fine with us. And we continue our plan, and at least we're winning the pawn back there. If we really, really wanted it, but we are still trying to give the central pawn back. Keep the pawn down. How do you say that? I have no clue. The words aren't being my friend at the minute. Keep sacking the pawn. I have no clue. You get what I get what I mean. Like you want to keep not taking this pawn. Let's say that. If the queen goes back, I think we're immediately looking for a push. That'd be really nice for us. This knight's got nowhere. It's trapped. Knight has to go back there. And then we're looking at maybe even keeping pushing. But definitely maybe like a bishop d3 and just get absolutely destroy on there. Let's keep the space. Keep the space going. We're looking at maybe an en passant here as well. However, obviously you have the problem with the back rank, which is definitely a problem. So maybe we need to. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to get the old knight out. Oh, do we have that? And then no, that's unfortunate. There, bishop takes, knight out. Okay, we've got a major space and developmental advantage here, and we need to try and make the most of it. Now, how we do that, I'm not quite sure yet, to be honest. But if we keep thinking hard enough, eventually something will happen. So bishop d3, and this is terrifying. So where do they go? I don't think you push this because, again, I have some sort of check. However, that blocks. No, because I can just take. So I don't think you push that. So do they maybe push that then? I think that's fine with me though. Do I go there? And then, yeah, they do have that push, which is annoying. We could also try some knight d2. and hop in there and try hopping there. But I don't think that's quite solid. There maybe? That's going to take a while though, and they're going to try sort out the defences. They're looking for maybe a push there. I think maybe we have to take this pawn just so we can connect our rooks without any scary stuff happening. Yeah, I think that's probably the wise choice, to be honest. I think slowing down a bit here is probably the good thing to do. We just don't want to overcommit while we're not ready, because they're so underdeveloped. I think we've got a minute, and then go knight c3. We're also looking at hopping in there, and maybe like a fork here, going not there. That's not how knight moves. Going there maybe. If we can get maybe the king onto there, and then we're also threatening like a bishop there, which could be quite nice. We're also looking at a rook d1, just so we're stopping any more shenanigans here. We can always take again, and the bishop's x-raying that as well. And I think we're sitting quite nicely, to be honest. Yeah, so they take. That's fine. And now we play with what we got. We can actually just take that, because queen can't take. Yeah, we can just take that, because we've got our rooks connected now. It's discovered on the queen. We're also threatening to take again, and then we're actually up a pawn at that point. Unless they try to get some threats on our pieces, but everything seems covered. They can't hit this bishop at all, I don't think. Yeah, so they go queen there. I think that's fine. And maybe we go for some attack now. Maybe we ditch the pawn advantage, or we can take and then go for it. Oh, actually, that's quite nice. Knight takes. Rook takes. So knight takes. Pawn takes. Knight takes. Queen. Bishop takes. Queen takes. And check. No, because queen can take. Duh. Oh, you do have that though, maybe? No, I don't think so. Oh, what we could do is queen g3. That's quite cheeky. A queen g3, and then if knight takes, we can go rook there. Does that work? Queen g3, pawn takes. There, they can't cover that again, so maybe knight takes then, and then rook takes. I'm worried about that though, or that. It's probably slightly better. Yeah, it would. Yeah, maybe like there, just to hit that again. But then the queen's covering it as well. Maybe that don't quite work. We could also just go for the pawn trade and get a massive spatial advantage. That's viable as well. Queen's got nowhere to go. Could go there, but then you're getting kicked about again. So maybe queen there, and then there is really annoying as well. Let's. I think we've lost a lot of our pieces. Now is the time to play a slower game while they're still underdeveloped. Take advantage of all the open files. Actually, that just wins a piece. Doesn't it? Go rook there. Hit the queen. Queen's tied down to that, so whether you go there, maybe. But you have... I mean, bishop there works as well. Hitting the queen. And then you're pretty much free to take. You go there, maybe. But we're also threatening... threatening bishop takes at that point. Because if the queen couldn't go there, if we could get the queen off this row, so we have the check then, and then the rook can go in, that would be really nice. I mean, that would be mating. The bishop would be able to cover with the knight, so we would have to take first probably. But after we take, the queen's back on this row, so it can cover this pawn. Yeah. So we can just keep kicking the queen about though. Let's drop the bishop back and just hit the queen one more time. Yeah. And then we could go rook there and maybe just try launch an attack with the rook. We've got a free rook lift out of it. Where's the queen going there? Takes doesn't work, unfortunately. Or does it? Does it? Takes. Check. Rook blocks, takes. King takes, bishop, check. Discovered from the queen. That works. Or we could go... No, we can't go bishop takes first because, again, the queen's blocking that. So we got to go bishop takes then. And if the king moves, then we have something. Rook up, maybe at that point. Then we're looking at going there and then sacking there. Because the threats are still on after that. No, they're not quite on. King there. What, rook up on the queen? Queen has to go there. Rook across. Oh, that's annoying because the queen can cover that. No, because we would take first. And if they try to cover it all, then we can take. And if pawn takes, we have check. Followed by mate. Bishop blocks, queen takes mate. Yeah, so what was it? Bishop takes pawn? Bishop takes pawn. We're going for it. We're going for it. That's our daily brilliancy, hopefully. And it was, if rook takes, we go rook there. And then we're trading off rooks. Yeah, so they take, and then we go there. If knight blocks, we go with the other rook, and then it's going to be mate. But we are actually winning the queen. Which is super nice. Great calculations, I think. We'll go over the other line in the analysis. Providing this works. Well, I mean, we'll go over it either way. But it'll be a lot happier if this works. But yeah. Hopefully we get a double exclam for that. Happy days. And if rook goes back there, bishop takes, queen blocks, then we have a check, and then mating threats, I believe. If not, we have just won the piece back, so that works. We could... No, yeah, we've got to take. Oh, we also could go... double check. Forcing... Mate. Resigns. Amazing. Let's go. Yeah, I think the double check is actually way better, because then they can't block. So, and the rook's covering these, queen's covering these, so go back, and then the bishop's covering that square, so queen there is mate. Even better. Let's just go over that then. And then we've got a good move. Do we get a double exclam? No, no double exclam. No brilliancy found here. Anyway, we'll play. Oh, didn't check accuracy. What we got? I got an 85.8. They got a 69.1. 2150 against a 1400. So pretty good for us. So yeah, go with the Scotch Gambit, and then Queen E5. Yeah, not E5, E7. We knew that was a dodgy move. Never seen that before. And apparently we got a perfect opening. So we'll, yeah, castles and then knight there. Takes, perfect. And it liked C3. Knight E2 is better. It seems a bit passive to me though. What? It wants a B4. Get your knight there maybe, or bishop there, and then knight there. That's probably the better choice. Oh, then it wants... What? Oh, is that just to stop queen going there? Very weird. Very weird. Yeah, I'm clearly on top here though. Yeah, bishop there. I didn't like queen F3, which we thought was a bit all over the place, but it's threatening things, and that's quite cool. Queenie, that's quite good. I forgot what our plan was. Was it that? Yeah, but it wants a b4 here actually, which is interesting to say the least. And then maybe an a4. But I guess if they take, then that's just slightly weak. That's really weird though. I don't see why they can't take. What's the best move here? Oh, that, yeah. So you don't go a4, you go bishop b2 to cover the push, and then you can do bishop takes afterwards. And these bishops are absolutely horrible for black. Oh, I didn't like rook e1. It wanted bishop there straight away. Which I don't get either, because they can just take the pawn, can't they? Bishop there, queen takes, no? Yeah. And then queen takes, knight takes. I guess you win this pawn at the end of it. Rook e1. Oh, you're pinning the knight. Duh. So you get your piece back. You get compensation for the pawns. Castles is a good move. Then we go the bishop. And queen e7. We thought queen e8, but obviously that is passive as well. You want the rook on the e-file, so queen e7 is quite good. It wasn't too particularly happy with the e5 push. It wanted knight to d2, and that was one of the problems we found as well. We struggled to get this knight active without getting rid of the tension in the center, which is obviously going to benefit black because this bishop's a bit dead at the minute. And yeah, I thought they were going to play that as well. That knight move is actually... Yeah, did we think that? Yeah, because of the pin on the rook. So that's the problem. They didn't see the pin. And then d5 is a bit scary because we've got to go bishop d3, and then we can't even go there anymore. We would have to go Not even queen there, but then you get blocks quite easily. And it's, I think it's still, the computer's saying it's better, it's 1.7 still. But I actually know that's 0.1, so it's even. And yeah, it's just a bit cramped for white now. But yeah, that's just giving us tons and tons of space. And it wanted 92, which we sort of thought about, but we settled on pawn takes. Just to try clear some space up. Oh, and it wanted queen takes there. That's interesting. I have no clue why. Let's have a quick gander at that. Doesn't tell us anything. Never mind. D6 blunder. And we take. Yeah. We knew that was a blunder. It's just giving us back all our compensation. And then we're active for free, basically. Which is great. And we can take the pawn as well. Rook is amazing. Yep. And I thought queen there. Yeah, I was like... there... Takes, bishop takes. Yes, I get that, but then you traded off my scary pieces. So, queen e4, best move. Show. Bishop takes. Yeah. Oh, and you get the rook at the end of it. You get. Yeah, so it's a bishop pair versus rooks, which is interesting to say the least. Computer is saying it's plus 3.8, so it's really really good for white. But super interesting anyway. Wow, I'd love to play that out, to be fair. You never really get the chance to do that because obviously no one wants to go up against the two bishops for the exchange. So yeah. And we played absolutely the right thing with bishop b3, queen there, and then, ooh, it's saying it's a mistake. That's super, super interesting. It wanted bishop d3. Firstly, let's look at bishop d3 and see why it's so superior. It's giving us a rook. Okay, fair enough. Let's see why ours is not ideal. Oh, because king takes. Ah, that's, wow. That's really nice. Wow, that is really nice. Actually, and it's super counterintuitive as well, because you would think you either just let me have that pawn or you take with the rook, and king takes doesn't even come off as an option. I mean, it's still good for white. It's still 2.1. But yeah, the queen block is just super nice, and I get the piece back, so I'm up a pawn. And yeah, wow, crazy stuff. I don't trade off queens. Okay, so I'm up a pawn here, and more active. So that's what I get for it, I guess. But yeah, let's have a look at. Obviously, we saw rook takes. Let's king there. Rook to e7. It wants no. Rook e7 check. What? King h8, queen g3. Oh, so you're threatening to win that. Knight to e6. Bishop takes, rook. Okay, that's weird. Let's have a look at rook there. King there. Rook there. Queen to a4. Ah, queen a4 covers the knight retreat. Ah, very nice. So then you can do bishop, rook takes bishop. Wow. And that's still good for us, but wow, not as much. Oh, and then bishop g4. That's weird. Bishop g4 takes. Rook takes f7. Oh, and that's freeing up the back rank as well for your other rook. Nice. Nice little tactics. And I can no longer take that because of the pin on my queen. Wow. And finally, let's see rook takes, which is what was played. Correct thing, yeah, mate in 3. And then bishop d6, which we saw just in the nick of time. We were going to go for takes, but queen f5 is quite nice. So, yeah, their only move. And then queen f8, mate. Amazing. So that was a fun game. I managed to show you guys the Scotch. Obviously, you've seen the Scotch Gambit before. But that's going to be the new main from now on, as per the advice of my coach. And the other openings are a bit similar as well. So very solid but aggressive. I think that's the style we're going for. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. Please like if you liked. Please subscribe if you really liked. And I'll catch you guys all later. Bye bye.